Hello everybody, welcome back to Akiba's Trip. Now, I was told to shut the fuck up last time. Apparently I talked a little too much. So we're going to do a little less talking, a little more stripping. Seems to be a good place to be. So, just a quick catch up. Last time we found out about the Synthesters. They're basically man-made vampires, and they're allergic to sunlight, like most vampires are. So, let's carry on. Subway here. Oh, I like how it randomizes all of the costumes for the random people that you see on the street.
How are you feeling?
Strangely energetic.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Me too.
Don't forget what I told you yesterday. Your body is extremely sensitive now.
To be fair, it always is because I'm pretty damn pale.
You completely. Keep a close eye on your clothing. Don't let yourself get stripped down. I doubt the men who attacked us yesterday will give up quite so easily.
Well, of course not. You wouldn't have much of a game if they did. So they're after your underwear?
I don't think they'll go quite that far.
Oh, well.
Why do I get the feeling you're just as likely to attack me as anyone else?
Just a little rapey. Just a little
They're
rapey.
here.
Oh no. Totally menacing.
It's her! We found her! That filthy failure's with her too!
Now, fuck you,
Let's smush them
buddy.
both!
They're the same as us. Poor souls with a fatal weakness to sunlight.
Damn. Why couldn't they have sent girls?
Their sex is not our concern.
Sex is always
My
a
mission is to
concern.
fight them until they're subdued. You should be able to feel it too by now. The power to fight, awakening within you.
Sometimes I wonder what my upstairs neighbors
join
must
me in this
think.
battle.
There's nobody behind us. There's a hill and there's a dirt wall. But upstairs, I wonder what they're thinking right now as I'm yelling about sex and panties. Oh well, fuck 'em. Fighting, huh? Guess I'd better man up. Should be more than capable of putting up a fight at this point. Let's take these guys down together.
We'll fight.
So I've noticed the
Let's go.
combat seems a little slow at this point. I feel like it's probably because I'm doing the capture at the same time as killing the frame rates. First try targeting a specific article of clothing. Press Y to attack the head. Press B to attack the upper body. And A to attack the lower body. Your goal is to wear down each of your opponent's clothing items, not just shirts and pants, but headgear as well.
We fight.
So punch to the face. Come on. Gotta wait till it blinks red. Well done! Your opponent's clothes look pretty scuffed up. When you think their durability is low enough, you can try pulling them off. Press and hold, blah blah blah. These are the basics of stripping. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so go for the first strip. Okay, so the headband wasn't ready to go yet. Not quite yet. Not yet. Okay. Try again. Come on. Come on. Come on. So as you get strip more and more clothing off of these chicks, you actually can get a bonus to your ability to strip it from them. So the more headgear you pull off, or specifically headbands, bandanas that you pull off, the better you get at it, the easier it is when it comes to those struggles. Okay, he's ready to strip.
Let's go.
Shirt is, but you need to get the pants wore down. Since I'm bare-fisted right now, it just takes forever. Aha, so it's ready because I can see the yellow numbers. Alright, so is the headband. Here it comes. Hey, what the hell? Do I not get to change strip? Yeah, see, my jacket level has gone up, so. The slacks level has gone up. So I don't get to do a change strip because it's probably part of the tutorial at this point, I would imagine. But you see the gist of it. Oh, and you can straighten your own clothes as time goes on and you take damage. And that pretty much heals them back up, so. And sure. There we go. Now, so you gotta be careful because sometimes they're wearing wigs. Which is really annoying. Okay, we're safe for the moment. Don't forget what you've learned here today. Though, as it will be very likely come in handy. Can't read today. Can't read.
We won.
Of course we did. You see the guns? Grrr! Gun show. So caught up in the moment, I barely
Who's that?
noticed. Everything's got a little creepy because Japan.
Broski, you're alive! I hadn't heard from you in 3 days. I thought maybe somebody chipped you off somewhere.
Does it happen often? Not to dudes, I don't think.
Stare. Who's this?
So, you know, in anime, anytime
She's
they do the
not
stare, they
part
go
of the Freedom Fighters, is
G. But it means stare, I guess. So it's really creepy to hear it in English. It's just funny. It doesn't work as well. Just a girl who kissed me, that's all.
Ah, shut it. We all know you still have your V-card.
But I have a
Anyway.
kid.
You must atone for leaving me alone and worried these past 3 days.
I can do whatever the hell I want.
Situation is thus. There is approximately one little sister standing before you, desiring of a character tea, which that shop over there just got in. Your mission? Purchase shirt for adorable sister.
Please, don't let it be expensive. Ka-ching. There, we good?
I'm happy now. Thanks, protagonist.
The puns! I love the puns! Being related to her is so damned expensive.
The other freedom fighters have been really worried about you too. So make sure you've got your story straight when you see them.
Oh, I will.
The longer you wait to explain yourself to everyone, the more danger you'll be in.
Not that anyone's gonna buy that story anyway, but yeah, that's a good point.
Also, between you and me, I'm a little embarrassed to see you traipsing about in such shoddy attire. Stop by anytime you're back at base, and I'll give you a makeover. For a small fee, of course. Just something to keep in mind. The present situation, however, is that this sunlight shines far too brightly for a humble shut-in such as I. Therefore,
Very
your adorable sister
self-aware
shall now
of
coolly
its
take her leave.
own cliches.
I'll see you back at base.
Your little sister is certainly unique.
I'm proud to call her my dear sister.
So, are we far from the headquarters of these Akiba freedom fighters? If we don't get moving soon, we could be attacked again at any moment.
Yeah, I guess we did draw some attention to ourselves. If we head through UD+, we'll be there in no time flat. Let's go up the stairs, I'm guessing. It's a little creepy though, following her around. I know she's supposed to be my sister in game, but still creepy. Oh, which reminds me, I should have, yes, I picked up a weapon. So just for an initial boost in things, we'll grab some stuff here. That's Shizuku's dress, I can't change into that. Acid washed jeans, yes. Now I look like a 90s scumbag. That's fantastic. I can change underwear, but sadly, I don't have any extra. So for the sake of this playthrough, there's a lot of side quests, but I'm not going to do any of them because it takes a really long time. If you just do the story itself, it's roughly a couple of hours. So to get the actual story experience, I'm going to be cutting back on a lot of things. A lot of the travel time, the unnecessary violence, all of that, unless that's something people want to see. At which point I can definitely do that. It's a long time. I'll definitely cut out all of the loading screens possible.
Welcome back, Master!
Here come our cliches.
Is it really you?
You've been gone for 3 whole days, man. Where you been?
The hell were you thinking, disappearing like that? I thought for sure you'd been kidnapped. And what's with the high-quality 3D next to you? Something smells real fishy here.
We're dating.
Now, we both know that ain't true. If you're gonna lie, at least make it believable.
Fuck you, buddy. You don't know. Look at this. Look at this. This is beauty right here. This is a classic beauty, the likes Da Vinci would appreciate.
You serious? Man, I never would have guessed all those rumors floating around Akiba were actually true.
Rumors?
What, you mean you haven't heard them? There've been like a million clips about it. People getting kidnapped and turned into monsters, then
Clips is
terrorizing
their
the
equivalent
locals.
of tweets.
Yeah, that's...
Because lawsuits.
They steal life energy from people. In other words, they drain their vitality, effectively killing all enthusiasm and zeal.
I'm safe. None of
What you're
that.
saying is those recent news reports of people being discovered in deeply lethargic states.
It's because they've been attacked by these synthesters?
I'm afraid so.
I think I understand. This is one of those truth is stranger than fractions things, right?
That would be fiction, Cotty. Truth is stranger than
I
fiction.
thought when I first played that
So
was
let
just
me
a
get this
weird
straight. You go off to
translational
apply
error,
for some shady
but
as
it's
hell
on
job
purpose.
where your
She's
employer
supposed to be a
somehow
foreigner,
drugs you and turns
so
you into a monster.
she doesn't quite say the right words,
And
which makes
nothing
sense.
leading up to that
I
set
guess
off
it
a
probably
red
would have made more
flag.
sense if this
You
wasn't
are
translated from
seriously
Japanese,
the world heavyweight champion
which there's
of
already
dumbass.
problems with translation in most
Come
games
on,
anyway.
Toko, he's been through enough
The
already.
master of unlocking
Besides, getting
being
lured
the
in
prime
by
example.
Ellie Swag makes total sense, considering who we're talking about.
Materialism is an alluring mistress.
Oh, for the love of... Do you even comprehend how much trouble you've caused everyone? You don't exist in a vacuum, you know.
Can you see it in your heart to forgive me?
So, ignoring these two for the moment, I believe introductions are in order. I'm Yuto Tachibana. May I have your name as well?
Mine is Shizuku. Shizuku Tokikaze.
We call ourselves the Akiba Freedom Fighters. Together, we voluntarily patrol the streets of Akihabara, keeping an eye out for trouble. He's one of us as well, and this bar serves as our base of operations.
That's right. And I'm one of the central figures in our illustrious group. Name's Kaito Tachibana, and the pleasure's mine. As you might have figured out, I'm Yuto's older twin brother. Best way to tell us apart? I'm the one with all the ideas.
And the
Is
fact you don't wear glasses,
being out of school and
and
unemployed?
the different styling of the hair,
You shut up! You shut up and you
and the
die!
mole.
Little brothers can't show up big brothers. It's against
Then
the
again, I
rules.
guess maybe he's got the mole under the edge of his glasses,
that's
so we can't
enough
see it.
now. I'm Kati Raikkonen. I blew on in from Finland to Japan so I could see and do its cool busy culture.
See, it would make so much more sense in the original Japanese.
I
I'm
believe what
pretty
she's
sure.
trying to say is that she flew here from Finland to study the cool culture of Japan.
Name's Kihachi Sugiyama. I'm the manager of this here game bar, Mogra, where people can knock back a few while they play these old classic arcade cabinets.
I like the idea. I wish I could
Feel
find a
free
place
to just
like
call
that
me
here.
Pops. Everybody else around here does.
That would be really cool. But I'm in
But
Kentucky,
you're welcome
so
to call me dear sweet old man if you prefer.
I'm
He's
in
got a
Kentucky.
face fit
That's
for the
really all I
FBI's
have.
most
to say.
wanted list, doesn't he?
At least it's not Indiana.
Hey,
But he's a good guy. Don't worry.
you could have said that sooner, you know.
I'm Toko Sagisaka. I grew up with this dolt, and just can't seem to get away from him, despite my best efforts.
She totally wants me.
No need for formalities with me. Everybody just calls me by my first name. Incidentally, thanks for saving him.
I happened upon him during a mission. It was good fortune, nothing more.
There is one other member of our group, but she's like a rare monster spawn. She should pop eventually. Guess you'll meet her then.
So, what's the plan? Do we all pile into the police station and tell them Akiba's infested with monsters?
They'd never believe a word of it.
Why not? I mean, we can show them living proof. You're one of these synthester things now yourself, right?
No, that's no good. He'd get dissected and have weird sciencey tests run on him.
At least
So
somebody's
going to the
concerned.
police would involve giving him up as a noble sacrifice. That sounds reasonable.
Don't even joke about that.
His mole changed signs.
Besides, shouldn't we be more concerned with
They
trying
just
to get him
flipped it.
back to normal? I mean,
Didn't even
if he
notice that.
stays like this, he'll start attacking people sooner or later, right?
That should be no concern. He will not attack others against his will, at the very least.
He won't?
Well, what do you think? You're the one in the hot seat here.
Let me catch up on all of my DVR'd anime.
Yeah, I guess you did miss 3 days worth of television. Makes sense you'd want to catch up. By which I mean Toko's right. You really are a dumbass. Seriously, you make even me look upstanding.
There's still an awful lot I don't get, though. Like, if there's hard evidence of monsters in Akiba, shouldn't the police already be on it?
Until we're certain of that, all we can do is our duty as freedom fighters and investigate.
Oh, hey, Tokikaze. Would you care to help us out with that?
What?
Well, I mean, you seem pretty familiar with these things. So come on, what do you say?
It is true that I've been researching them. But I'm being specifically targeted by them as well. And I don't wish to involve you all in my affairs.
I think that ship has already sailed.
See?
No
It flipped.
kidding.
They're
These
just
creeps have already
mirroring
changed
it
one of our
instead
guys into some kind
I
of
mean, they could have at
freaky
least taken
vampire.
that out. That was pretty
So,
obvious
yeah,
to me.
If you can help with that, we ain't gonna stop you.
All right.
Okay then, perfect. Shizuku, please write your name and cell phone number in the group registry.
Cell phone? I'm sorry, I don't have one of those.
That's rather unusual in this day and age, but if you don't have a cell number, your email address will do just fine.
Well...
Sounds like you're a tough one to get a hold of. I guess it would be
I
kind
guess it
of
would be
awkward
weird
to
to
ask
have
for your
know somebody
home
who
number,
doesn't
huh?
actually have a cell phone at all.
Actually, I
As
haven't
weird as
been
it is to
home
find
in
somebody
quite some
who
time.
has
There were
a
problems.
home phone at this point.
Seriously? So you're an
Not
honest to
usually the
goodness
only
real-life
phone.
runaway. All
Still
mired
weird
in
when they have
melodrama?
them.
I didn't run away exactly, and I do have a place to stay. A place with plenty
After
of
this
manga.
dialogue, I'm pretty
They
much
even
going to be
have a
wrapping
shower
this
there.
up, I think.
Don't tell me you're staying in a manga
If you're
cafe.
here for the story,
Do you
this is the best way to
not
explain
have
it.
anywhere else to go? Seems you've got some heavy stuff going on.
Pops, you know, the upstairs here is all stark and bare and empty.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think we got some bedding squirreled away around here too. What do you say, Shizuku? If you like, you're free to stay on the second floor here for a spell.
And we won't take no for an answer. Meeting you like this feels like it's gotta be more than a coincidence. Know what I mean?
Having you around can only be to our benefit if we're to continue studying these monsters. It would seem to be a win for all parties.
Then we all agree! The Akiba Freedom Fighters have a new member! 3 cheers! Bob Om!
But wait. I haven't agreed to anything.
But you didn't say no. Oh, don't go. Please don't go.
All right. Just for a little while, though. Thank you for
Because we
having
need
me.
one more hot chick hanging around this place.
Okay, so here we freedom fighters stand, in the midst of a maelstrom. You said you fought some of these things already, but aside from that, you ever done any real hand-to-hand combat?
I can hold my own in fighting games.
So what you're telling me is your fingertips and your reflexes are as quick as a hair. But
Don't
not the
forget
rest of
wrists.
you, is that it?
Doing a lot of that.
See, I'm getting a little worried now. Hey, I know. A friend of mine runs a
I
coliseum
would
in
do
Akiba.
this, but you know, I've got
Battle
tennis
arena,
elbow
I
from doing
guess.
that way too.
Whatever you want to call it.
So you learn to
Might
compensate.
be
It's
a good
amazing what
place
our
to get
bodies will
yourself
do.
caught up on the
If
basics
you
of
suddenly
combat.
lose your vision, your
You want,
hearing
I'll introduce
becomes
you.
much, much better. If you can't
For
hear,
real?
then your sight
What kind of
becomes
person
much,
is
much
this?
better. And
Who
your
the hell
smell
runs a
and
battle arena
all of
in
that.
Akiba?
So, you know, if you get
Just
tennis
a martial
elbow,
arts
then you
nut I
just
know
become
who found
proficient with
herself
the wrist.
managing the place, that's all. But she doesn't let just anyone step into the ring. You gotta pass some kind of test first or something. I'll give her a call and let her know what's up. So you better get going. Oh, and take Shizuku with you too. A little extra training can't hurt any, right?
I think Toko should go with. She can probably force your way in there, no problem. Test be damned.
Watch your tongue. I am a dainty and respectable lady. You got
Great
that?
dialogue.
Seriously, rude much?
It's not a bad idea, though. So whom will you escort to the arena? Shizuku or Toko?
Okay, so this is where the decisions start for the relationship stuff, right? So depending on who I take with me, kind of guides things in that direction based on these story decisions that come later in the story. It'll help determine what ending I get and what sort of middle section there is. I've already seen all of them, so I'm just gonna pick Shizuku for now. And if you have your own opinion on who you would like to see, there's Shizuku, there's Toko, and well, there's some characters that haven't been introduced yet. But we'll go with between these two for now. And so if you have your own opinion, who you think I should try to woo throughout this story, just leave it down in the comments. Drop me a line, let me know. So we'll go ahead with Shizuku for now, because that's kind of the
Alright.
default story.
If I'm going to eliminate them, the Synthesters, then I'll have to be as strong as I can.
The battle arena is on the other side of Main Street and right past Junk Street. You got that?
Let's go.
Knock 'em dead!
That's the plan. So I can get to the battle arena through Junk Street. Do you have a moment? Oh yeah, so he'll keep track of certain things. If there's anyone you have your eye on. I'm fairly perceptive in matters of the heart, so I can tell you what the many girls in your life think of you. Please, feel free to ask me for an update anytime. As you continue on your journey, the conversation choices you make will determine how you're regarded, which in turn may affect the story's outcome, so be sure to check back with me from time to time and always think before you speak. Now, because I played through once, I can turn on the hints, so that's why those showed up. If you get this and want to play through, you don't get those hints until you finish the game once. Then you can turn the hints on. And I think we're going to call it here, in fact, because it's already been almost half an hour. And I can't really cut this down because there's so much story and dialogue going on. So if you're here for story and dialogue, that's what you want to see. I'm not going to cut that stuff out. From here on out, any additional leveling and things I'll cut out for sure, but anything that has a lot to do with the story, I'm going to leave in so we can experience that together. So, in the meantime, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. If you saw 1 and now you're watching 2, thank you for returning. If you've never been here before, thanks for coming. And if you'd like, just hit the subscribe button down below. Feel free to leave questions, comments, and concerns, and visit us again on our Facebook page, Nerdshots. Until then, I will say, stay nerdy, my friends.